Ba-da-da, do, 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 do. Well, actually, even though we're going live right now, which we are live probably at this point, how's it going, folks? Welcome to Sunday Stream today. Let's pop into the save. Now, let's just make sure we're definitely not on the testing save. I'm pretty sure we're not. I just want to make sure we're not. Know what I mean? Know what I'm saying, bro? Have to make sure we're not like. Okay, mate. Good Daisy. Jason, how's it going, man? Hey, I was trying to make you late to stream, damn it. You must keep responding in the Discord chat. Right until the start of stream, we're talking about, I need to call it CrossFit again. Windrose stuff. Man, it's a good game, that is, man. It's very addicty. It appeals to our innate need to concentrate while I'm getting my chat set up. And they need to farm things and hoard items and stuff like that. Basically, survival crafter. Good shit. I'm streaming it on Tuesday and Thursday next week, so keep an eye out for that if you're interested. That'll be on the serve with Jason, Bob, and Beebs. I think everything's out. I've had Burn It Down stuck in my head now for days. It's an amazing song. It's not that bad. Yo, Balafall, man, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you for continuing to sub for 16 freaking months. Prime, man. Very much appreciated, dude. Else to the air. Thank you very kindly. And yo, Space Weasel, awesome to see you. I kind of wanted to call you Space Wassel then. I'm not sure why. But, not an insult thing, it's just a Space Vassal. Yeah, took it a bit German, even though it makes no sense. I don't think that's anything to do with German. Now, the way to test if this is the dodgy one is I kind of want to call this Lorna from Lorna Shore now, because every time I see 401, I see Lorna. This is, yeah, that's the one. Cool. This is not the dodgy one, basically. We were looking... This is the one with the Diplos, isn't it? Yeah, this is the Diplo... Diplo planet. So let's head over to our Spoople. Oh, no, this is this planet. Why'd I end up here again, though? Do I have the Diplos? I do, thank goodness. Okay, cool. Got Hina. Wasn't I going to call this Hime? Hime is princess. What's Hina again? Japanese translate Hina. Chick, young bird or fledgling. And Hime is princess. Yeah, princess, young lady of noble birth or nobleman. So what is... Prince, because we've got to call the other one counterpart. Oji. Is it Oji or Uji? Oji? Yeah, I think it's O. Not O. Referring to the son of a king or queen for high respect, especially in stories when addressing them. Sama is used. Yeah, Sama's just, you know, ultimate respect. Okay, so Crown Prince would be Kotaishi? Kotaishi? Maybe. And Ujo Miko, Prince of the Imperial Bloodline. Katakana transliteration used for Western princes or as a name, Prinsu. Denka is Highness. I've such the title. Okay. Let's call Uji and Hime. Right, so... Excellent. There we go. You can call me anything so long as you don't call me late for dinner. Whee! I'll guess is that like a line from a song or a movie or something? Or are you just obsessed with food as I am? Do I have a search strategy? So, well, is there a way to find more? Like, the search strategy would just be efficiently scanning fauna. Do you know of, like, does anyone know of ways that, I know there's, like, theories on, I know there's theories that, like, certain system economies and stuff mean a thing. But I don't know. I need to see some like solid proof for me to believe, or yeah, because like it just doesn't. Like, there's always these things when there's a new thing. There's me cracking the thing. Cracking the thing. I mean, like, two-star economy actually having the highest rate does make a sort of sense, just because you're going to find robotic in the two-star systems. And robotic are the only ones that are a caveat to the biome equals type. So, like, when it comes to the type of a Xenómon, it's always due to the biome unless it's robotic. So you can always tell what normal fauna type are going to be on whatever planet because of the biome. But robotic are the one out of the 8 that is. It's not biome specific fauna, is it? It's, you know, I think. So trash planet. Good 2 months ago, I say, yeah, this is a trash planet. So let's. Are we in the UAS with this? We are. Yeah, we're in Jarvis. So let's. Actually, did I check all the ones on this planet? No. So let's check all the ones in this system. Yo, Bruce, how's it going, man? I thought I checked all the ones on this. Maybe I did and I didn't save. Build it up. Break it back down. You're building it up, yeah. Doop doop, skibbity doop the poop. Boop 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 boop. Boop boop boop. Boop 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 boop. Yo, another UASC. How's it going? That is an amazing name. I'm guessing it isn't actually to do with the UAS, but it sounds like you're another UASC, and that is the perfect name for this channel. Well. We are looking for Xenómon, trying to coin it. Ah, BAB. It's ass, bro. There we go. Well, that is. It's ass. Oh, another one. Ooh, SAS. Oh, that health. Oh, that's probably because it's low. It's small, like. Oh no, that actually it's a modifier. I think the health and agility from size is a modifier. I don't think it matters in this. That health just seemed low, and that agility is meh. It's also not SSS. You got to make sure you add the third S in that, otherwise people are going to get suspicious. What are the ones that are left? Underground, underground, underground. Going underground. Will we find that shit if we go to a point of interest? Yeah, let's call Ash Boop. Nice intentional misspell of the work I see in my language, which means bones. Oh, okay. Cool. So, another bone? Another bones? Is that like a lost in translation thing where it basically means like another person? Like another body? Well, we need to find a point of interest, which is... Oh, this one... Is there any caves by this? Or are there any? Not. Is there any? On Zane, speak correctly now. You can do it. I can do it though, damn it. We go north. Oh god, north has disappeared again. Did they? I thought they fixed that. I guess not. Oasi and Uasi temporary close, almost indistinguishable. Oh yeah. It's just that. So basically, on this channel, just in case you don't know, I don't know if you're like new or what. But basically, we have the UAS, which is like you can see in the name of the system, UAS, this Union of Allied Systems. It's basically an in-game civ that surrounds like the Zanesworld channel. It's the lore is based off of Firefly, so the Union of Allied Planets, the UAP in Firefly, which is like the evil organization with the UAS. So it's just like a cool little thing there. Doobie-doop-doo-doo-doo. We're looking for points of interest. We will hopefully find them all the place. We're finding a shit ton of the old plants and shit along this line. But no, I probably should be flying a bit higher, to be honest. If I want those scans to go through. Yo! Ms. Lex Pick, how's it going, man? Oh no, build. Humming sacks should be easy to find with a Corvette. Humming sacks? So why would they be easy to find, or why would I want to find them? Because humming sacks are just albino pearls, aren't they? Underground fauna, come to me. There's one there already. Alive, oh. Okay, so this one's ASB. Not the beast. But it could be a horse. Ah! Run away, little me, run away. Hawking, how's it going, man? Good to see you, dude. Hope you're having a swish one, a swell one. But not a swollen one. Well, except for some other different. Not all bad. Right. So we got one underground. There's two more left on this planet. We won't spend forever trying to find the undergrounds. But because they can, like, you can waste 40 minutes trying to find two underground. So we'll give it a few locations and then move on, buddy. Come on, everybody, let me get a little clap. Let me get a little clap. I think that was a very important person, like VIP interview show or something. So stupid. Okay, nothing in here. Although I didn't know about the creature survey mode. Hells yeah. So that's a new one they added. It was bugged until the latest update for a lot of people. Until you got like at least 2 companions, so some people would have missed it. But yeah, you just it's similar to the survey, although I thought you need survey device for this, but clearly not, because I don't have I haven't got the other survey device options in this one, which is kind of cool that you don't actually need that for it. Although yeah, it's such a different type of surveying that it'd be weird if you needed it. Humming sacks are in caves. Look for the icon. Oh, that's a good idea. Things I've done like that kind of thing before, as in looking for underground fauna via the caves underground. But honest, like I'd much rather do the POI thing. In my experience, you find them so much more likely in the open cave systems like this here, caused by points of interest. Or it looks like that is. Yeah. It's not guaranteed, but I've, in my experience, found it way more likely. So I'd rather just fly to them and do this. Oh. So this, because it's open, there's just more space. There's another one. They might have fixed it. BBA. He's a cutie, isn't he? Look at him. I heard that this was broken through the normal one. Maybe the people are still complaining about the Exocraft one. The Exocraft still doesn't have that. It hasn't since introduced it, which is a real shame because, like, you know, the reason you want it. Okay, we found 2 vortex cubes and all. But yeah, I have used humming sacks and stuff to find caves before. It's like a good tactic. Can you scan for vortex cubes anymore? Oh yeah, it'll be like underground, like subterranean or underground something, won't it? Where's the... Do we have one? It's such a long time since I need to use that tactic. Just one last look. Right, let's up to another one. Hope we'll find the third one. That'd be really lucky. I've been doing this a lot lately. Who hasn't? A lot of caves don't even have an entrance, but you still show fly. But you can still slow fly the Corvette and use your visor to find them. Oh yeah, to find the caves, definitely. I'm just saying, like, I prefer the point of interest method just because it's usually open, and I feel like, in my experience anyway, it just has a slightly higher chance of finding it. So if I'm going to look for a cave, I may as well do it the point of interest way than the humming sack way. But the humming sack way definitely works, but like I've tried to look for, if anything, I might just have slight trauma over it. I've tried to look for an underground fauna using caves and not point of interest, using the whole humming sack thing. Not in a Corvette, but on foot, because we didn't have Corvettes then. And looked for over an hour and found nothing, so it's like, I think I might just be, I hate this method, I'm not doing it, like, on principle. That makes sense, maybe. So, like, that probably means I'm slightly illogically biased. Or maybe it's logical, I'm not sure. Right. There's a bit here. Oh, and this is another bin. Any reason to choose a 1-2-star economy systems instead of 3? Not that I know of. There's a theory going around that like a 2-star has high chance. I don't know if that is still going around. But I'm just picking any, honestly. I do rather like using 3-star economies, because then if I go in the station, I have more 3-star economies in my station list. And that's just better for most things. Now, if you find one of these, go inside it, walk through it a bit, and come to an end piece, end part, then you come back, and hopefully it will spawn something. Does this go through here? Continue on, or nope. Scanning underground, scanning underground. Now, this used to be a thing, what I'm doing now, walking all the way through and then all the way out. This used to have a chance of spawning, like increase the chance of a underground spawning. But this, I'm talking like, oh, there's an underground spawn. This is based on something John Hall told me to do when he told me about the point of interest method 4 or 5 years ago. So, like, the game's changed a lot since then. We'll give it 2 more points of interest, and then we'll head off. Yo, Josh Fire, welcome. Awesome to have you. To have you swish. Yeah, buddy, dude, it's a point of interest to do. Oh. Oh, did I go too far? I don't think I've flown that far over it. Let's all look around me as there are caves everywhere here, it seems. Oh, I should definitely make sure it's not like north only or something as well. Always active, cool. Oh, yeah, this is the point of interest. Do do scooty do 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 do. Tech Geek, how's it going, man? Oh, I thought the red was it then. Dang it. Made me hopeful. I've been reminiscing with some Linkin Park recently. Is that Castle of Glass is like, that song chokes me up a little. It's like the whole the subject matter of the song kind of reminds you of his self-deletion. YouTube can't really say the word. So it's like, yeah, I don't know, it feels like a bit of a eulogy to him. That's Chester Bennington, by the way, the lead singer. Former lead singer of Linkin Park. Who, I believe, took his life 2 months after Chris Cornell. Because, like, apparently him and Chris Cornell were, like, really good friends. And he took his on Chris Cornell's birthday. What would have been. I think going into a cave and coming back out of the POI will despawn some outside fauna, freeing up memory. That makes sense, yeah. I was thinking, since you mentioned the cache thing before, Nano, like, I'm wondering, is my difficulty finding the final underground fauna sometimes to do with the cache? Is it because I always wait till last to find the underground, and sometimes I just needed to reload the game for a high chance of it spawning? Let's look for one more POI and then we'll move on. Don't want to spend forever on one planet. 20 minutes later, it's a total thing that won't even fight. Yeah, that's what I said. Like we're being very. Oh, that's not even. There's no caves there. That's what I said. We're being. Well, we're not definitely finding it. We just put in some time into it and then. If we don't find anything, we're moving on. No caves. By the way, sorry the Moose Guide isn't out yet. I was actually working on it last night. And me and Darklord found even new information for it last night. Ridiculous. It's a surprisingly big video. Okay, so I just read that Hav'ta Grabem, and for a sec I thought it was some Arabic scribble. I was like, what? Hav'ta. Alright, how's it going, Jay? Yeah, it was, obviously he's got to catch them all, and so I had to do it different, because it's like Xenómon or Nokemon, but I didn't, but I didn't want to fully do it different, because obviously I should change it all to like have to grab most of them or something, but that's a bit too much of a mouthful. Have to grab them mostly as Xenómon. The last underground fauna is just difficult to find since spawn zone has to overlap with an actual cave. That's a theory at least. No. I could believe. Like, actually, what? Is that actually a thing, by the way, that people found in the files, the spawn zones, like the actual mechanics of spawning? Or is this a really good theory based on loads of evidence and stuff? I imagine it's a pretty solid one. And it sounds like it makes sense. Because just when you're running around, like, spawning is based on where you're standing, I seem to think, not based on where the fauna are as such. Like, the fauna might spawn in one place very regularly or all the time, but if you're not standing in the right place, they won't spawn there at all. Because, so I'm basing this on the fact that sometimes you'll be standing on a hill, there's no flying around you, you'll walk halfway down the hill, and then above the hill where you were, there's flying. So it's not like just being close enough to that spawn point spawn things. It's as if moving to an area spawned that. And that's moving from instantly going to the same planet. So it's not like it had to unload behind ones to free up that. Although maybe that did also work just because the radius of around you has changed. So maybe there are spawn points and different spawn points have different priorities. Have you come across a fractal cube at all? What's a fractal cube? I assume you mean fractal, or fract cube. What's a fract cube? A lot of cave formation aren't actually considered valid caves by the game. Interesting. It's cave. Yeah, so that makes sense because that's why I look for POI ones, because I feel like the bigger the cave, the higher the chance. But it's more like when it's an open air cave, there seems to be a way higher chance. And I presumed it was something to do with the space. Like you need a certain level of space for something to spawn as well, but I don't know. Red orb with glowing white ring around it. Oh, not since the update I haven't found any, no, but there were some on some previous expeditions. Looking for it in SSS. That would be a cool, I assume, anomalous one. Because that was actually the find this anomalous fauna on a previous expedition. Oh, there's a cave there. We'll check this one, then we'll go if it's not here. I want to know what the creature pellets. Some ruddy great T-Rex is going to instantly give up on a nice bit of leg meat and start dancing because you gave him a cheesy what's it. Yeah, right. There's pharmacology in that recipe. Yes. Right. Like I said, if we don't find it here, we'll just carry on to the next planet. Ah, it's not as open as I'd like. Go to that bit over there. It's hard to tell. It's harder to tell on a planet like this of what's an open cave and what's just ground. It's a dusty bitch. Let's just go. We don't need that last one. At the end of the world. Right. Why is it always in the way of my freaking getting back? Penicillium. That's a great name. Fungal mold. Yeah, let's get that one next. Doesn't look like a happy planet, does it? It's all stormy already. Okay, so if the cave is too steep, the cave wall being bedrock or surface mineral and flora spawn in the cave, all of these are not considered as valid caves to spawn underground. Interesting. Explorer spawn. Oh yeah, I know. I understand what you mean. Yeah, there's some caves can have like surface materials. I imagine they definitely need to have cave floor, because if you dig underground and you replace the floor in a man-made cave with the cave flooring, it will actually recharge your hazard protection, won't it? As if it was a cave. I just realised I'm putting my watch back on since I had my shower. It's fully charged. Also, last I checked, spawn had a base-sized bubble around you. Not sure if anything has changed outside of that. So, how did you even measure that? I think, did you maybe go into photo mode? Or base building photo mode? And if you'd set up things certain distances away, you could measure that. I'd be surprised if it was that simple though. But maybe it is. Actually, I mean, things are normally simple. Right. Oh, we have Fauna a foot already. Maybe we'll have a leg too. Setting a marker, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so if you're like building around it, you could set markers and then check in photo mode for. Because actually, I'm not sure about. Yeah, it should be photo mode. So, like in photo mode or base building mode, it should still spawn things. Actually, no, in base building mode, it will spawn it based on your camera. So you need to do it in photo mode. Does it based on your camera? Because if you move your camera far enough away in base building mode, the land you're standing on can despawn. If you did it in photo mode, had yourself in the center and put measurements around you, you could measure the distance from you that fauna are spawned. Test using base 0 to 300 will spawn more animals every 300 you move beyond walls. Oh yeah, I'm just asking how you tested it. I was curious. Not what you said the results were like. Oh god, oh crap. Yeah, let's not kill me. Thank you. Like base film parts, yeah. Like walls and shit. BAB. BA Baracus. Hit a fool who don't have no S-Class. Right, how many? There's only 2 more to go. They're both ground, so they both got potential. I think they're both always active. They're not. I don't have any north and shit. Oh, there's one. TSA. That's what the hell does TSA stand for again? Well, it's the B version of that. He wants a lovely bit of leg meat, doesn't he? This update seems different in that you can move 5U and spawn or not at all until you go further. Oh, I've always found that though. Yeah, as in you can just move a bit and a bunch spawn around you. I've personally seen that for a while. But I've never tested it, like... I've never done proper testing, so I'm not gonna... kind of... enter it into public knowledge base or whatever. There we go. Right, so this planet does not have any HLS. I've gone to the dark side. I've been using dupe glitch you showed. I do not want to spend the countless hours required to get the stuff from the Xeno Arena. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that unless you're doing PvP, but I think at this point now, there's so many people doing PvP who have just duped from day one. The pellets. that you kind of like you have to have max level fauna to compete in PvP with random people on the anomaly now. So, and it's been that way since day one, pretty much. So you kind of have to do it to do that. Huzzah! Type, size, rarity, weather, etc. all affect species. 2 will only appear during storm or at night. Okay, I've never seen the storm one. That's the thing for fish, but like at night or day is a thing that's literally listed in here, like diurnal and nocturnal and stuff. Never heard of anything to do with the storm one. Don't know. I mean, it's easy to say these things all like affect it, but it's like, how do they affect it, and what's made you think that? Is it good evidence? Is it like what? Doctor, so we've been to these two. I don't think I haven't been to any of these yet, so we'll just go to the closest one. We need to play leagues so people can match skill levels. That'd be cool, yeah. I think that's a bit much for this game, but like as in the coding and stuff. I mean, maybe they'll do it, but it's just that would be a cool update to add like PvP leagues and stuff like matchmaking. Matchmaking though is such a bitch on even the games that where it's like a requirement, isn't it? I think they took out Storm Spawn Ground Fauna. Storm Spawn Ground Fauna. It was a thing at one point. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I've never heard of that then. So is this like, oh, yeah, cool. Emperor. Let's get this one first, then we can get to the moons. Banned by Junt. Joe, I haven't touched a game since the update for pet stuff. I mostly went after stuff I liked and wonder how the stuff I have will translate to current state. Loads of creatures I have are basically legacy and I can't find them anymore as the creatures themselves no longer produce at their original planet. Ah, yeah. So like, I think most of my stuff that I already had was a bit toss, which is understandable. Like, these were all old ones. That's BAC, DAB, DBA, DBC. Oh, thank goodness Marrow's good. At least he's got B agility, but it's the SS. The S and the S. So yeah, Marrow's Marrow. He's the coolest looking though, isn't he? Look at him. He's best boy. Good boy, that Marrow. I think these are my new ones starting. So these are all my old ones. Maybe not that one, I'm not sure. I think I might have had that one. On me. But yeah, Snuffles, Wentedale, Ali, Polly, and Marrow are my original companions. On me. Right, so fish for storms, but land is detached. I'm not sure what you mean by that, where land is detached. If you mean just like fauna and like fish catching is completely different, then yeah, definitely, of course. I've like you looked at the game files and seen nothing that shows their spawn. I'll assume the files are intentionally hidden. Yeah, I've no idea as far as that. I've briefly looked for that stuff, but a lot of the actual main, like the way the engine works, just aren't in the files. That's just part of the engine. Yeah. Yo, Angus, how's it going? But yeah, for what's making you think that, I don't mean like... I've looked in the files, sure, but like, what did you find that made you think that? That was more what I'd be asking. But that's probably a long time ago anyway, so it's like I can't remember everything I bloody looked in the files. I'm higher than I expected. Some creature you just can't abandon though. If you have a rideable flying cuttlefish with an elephant trunk that farts blue smoke, you're not going to dump it just because it's BCB. What the frick, man? I think I watched the vid. What vid? BCB. DCB. Oh, damn it. Yeah, there's one. Oh, these are cool. BAB. Damn it. BBC. CAS. At least there's an S, but it's not. It's a single S. 13 on this one. Holy crap. Okay. So, do we have any location specifics? Nope. That's good. We have 4 underwater. 1 flying, 3 ground left. Don't have to keep bloody clearing my throat today. There's our flying, 3 ground left. We're going far to bare bones, see if there was anything related to spawn, either in location, rarity, or other. Could see nothing at all. Oh yeah, I didn't mean that. It's, you said like the planet size and stuff. That's what I was asking about. That is not a pretty fella. Anteater for days. Oh, and we have another one here, but it's behind bloody plants. Oh, he's cute. BSA though. Is there any more? The 1 more ground? Yeah, 1 more ground, then the rest is underwater. We'll probably fly toward just so we can finish it. The planet, if possible. Before we've got is like 3 or 4 underwater, that's going to be a really easy one to finish off. Since the update to explore much more systems,
Shadaisy.
I always jump to random systems with Singularity Drive the freighter and have a lot of fun. Hells yeah. Yeah, I still wish we could get the Singularity Drive in the normal games, in anything but that previous... anything but the previous expeditions thingy. Oh, was that both variations as well? Yeah, that's both variations of the same one. Cool. You're still doing the water ones though. Yeah, so obviously the water can't be pets, but if we're doing this, if it's only going to take a second to do 4 more, we may as well do that to get the full completion of the planet. Does it annoy you that I'm going to do that? Wait, underwater crabs can be pets. I thought only the ones on the land could be pets. Yo, Octic, how's it going, man? Oh yeah, that one we just scanned. That can be a pet. Cool. Good to know. From the way people were talking last week, it sounded like if it spawns underwater, it couldn't be a pet. They're saying even the cow ones that swim underwater can't be pets. I must have misunderstood what folk were saying. So we've got 1 more. It's probably a rare whale. I'm going to tame that fish. Yeah, Dark Lord, sorry. Okay. Dark Lord has got a fish companion, but it looks really weird and the icon's weird for it because it's not supposed to be something you can have as a companion. He's got some dodgy stuff, that Dark Lord. Let's find a larger body of water. Oh, instant what? 54 Texas. Dodgy icon is a mini drone. Oh yeah, that one's massive. But the fish one looked like a weird icon as well, didn't it? I'm going to catch you little fishies. Just a fish. It's just a fish. It opened up its gills. It's just a fish. Life is demanding, go without understanding. It's just a fish. We found a random sunken freighter. It's a fish. Getting a Xeno prawn egg today. 220 on golden crest stats. But hells yeah, congrataroonies. Not sure I went right by a crash freighter, which blocks spawning of fauna, for fuck's sake. Well done, jackass me. Oh, there we go. Didn't get it. Yeah, it's like a barracuda style. I'm assuming. Yeah, no thing. Right, cool. Let's roll. Planet complete. Hello. Complete planets here. We'll make a list of tameable pets again. Probably useful. Yeah, that'd be cool. Ooh. On me, my goodness. The way he said again then, that was... Again, fucking hell. I mean, to be honest, pets and stuff and Geni or whatever you want to call it and stuff, that's actually one of the things that put a lot of time into in the Discord. We've got a little forum, like a documentation thing. And I did a load of articles for all the things. I don't know how useful they've been. It's like a mini Discord wiki. Is via the quicksort deaths for those eggs. Oh, okay, so what is known is one, their class is only given when you scan them. What? Only given when you scan them. To each species, you're given a class upon their spawn. Also known method that I personally... What do you mean it's only given when you scan them? That makes no sense. It sounds like you're saying that the class is assigned to them the moment that you scan them, but it's procedural. So you could say that about everything, like the game doesn't load it until then, but the class is predetermined by the procedural nature. So why bother saying that? Like, if two people find the same... Like, if one person finds a fauna and then scans it and finds that class, that doesn't mean that class was decided at that moment. That class was always going to be that class no matter who found it and no matter what time. You place a marker, but only active upon scanning and spawning. So, right. Due to the procedural nature of the game, the classes that a fauna will have, like the SAB and stuff, is completely determined by the algorithm or whatever you want to call it, the seed, the whatever. No matter who finds a fauna first, no matter what time, provided the updated version of the game is the same at least, it will always have the same classes. So to say it's decided the moment you scan it is only the sense that it comes into existence at that time, but the existence it takes would have always been the same no matter who or found it or when. So it's, even if that is technically a correct statement, it's kind of a pointless statement. You're saying yes exactly, but what doesn't mean anything. That's what I'm saying. Unless I'm misunderstanding you. I don't think I am, but you seem to be agreeing with the way I'm saying you understand it. So anyway, what's the other thing in this? He's given a class on the spawn. Also, the only known method I personally know of to force is via the Quicksilver desk for the eggs. I've tried to replicate using others, but it doesn't seem to work. So the Quicksilver desk for the eggs. In what way does it force a spawn to what? Well, I don't. How would? What's it? What is it forcing to spawn? You can force SSS. Crack and reload. Okay, right. So let's assume this is correct. How can you force SSS? And let's try and repeat it on stream. But when you use other eggs, it doesn't work. I thought I'd heard QS egg proc gen is based on the player seed. Oh, so you're actually on about. So you're actually on about the specifically Quicksilver eggs now, because you said that. So is that a separate thing? Right. Jason stated the Quicksilver eggs don't have a lock-in seed. Ooh, that's cool. So you're on about specifically Quicksilver eggs for forcing the spawn. Oh yeah, for those eggs. Okay, yeah. I've tried to replicate using others, but it doesn't seem to work. So yeah, how do you force it then? When using other eggs, it doesn't work. So basically, it's like the Atlas multi-tool used to be, not anymore, where you could get it multiple times to get a better supercharged slot layout. Basically, the eggs don't have, like I said, a specific seed, a lock-in seed. So, oh, so it's literally just, yeah, you just like do the egg, hatch it, check it out, like reload. So that, God, that's like a pain, yes. Yeah, it'd probably be easy just to get the SSS, then make a child of it to put the extra traits. Can you make children from the egg ones, like those, the Quicksilver egg, or Expedition eggs? Because if so, then you, and I assume, oh yeah, Nano, did you confirm, by the way, I assume it's the case, but I haven't confirmed it myself. Have you confirmed that class is inherited? Only Quicksilver and Pet Shop Pets don't have a lock-in seed, so it can be rolled by like tech. Cool. When it like tech or just rolled. So like, what's the thing? So I'm asking if it's based on a progressive seed or whether it's based on random. If it's a progressive seed, rolled. Okay, cool. Sorry, it's just because you said like tech, so I'm like, man, do you mean like the progressive seed? Or, but when using other eggs, it doesn't work. Yeah, so this will be, Jason stated that the Quicksilver eggs don't have. So yeah, the, you have to, Oh yeah, so assuming that you can inherit the triple S once you've got it from that one, it'd be much easier just to roll the eggs. So what was that thing about the spawning anyway? Mecha Mouse on one save. That's good to know though. I haven't done most of my eggs from those. Oh! Is the class from those, or are the class from those? Yeah, it'll be... So is that what you meant by spawn? Because you didn't add the context of these things. So, okay, what is known? So, class is only... Oh! Did you have a previous context? Okay, so now, with the context that we're talking specifically about the Quicksilver eggs, the previous sentence makes more sense. To each species given a class up on this. Okay, cool. So yeah, Jay, that first sentence made no thing to say that it was about the Quicksilver desk eggs until the second comment. Okay, now that makes sense. Cool. As far as I remember, the expedition eggs are locked to your account. Jason got an egg, cracked it, checked its state, reloaded, cracked the egg, exact same stats. Okay, some have expedition eggs have set classes, some are random. Okay, I'll this is something I'll test and I'll go through all of them. I'll make another quick video of which ones are which. Cool. You have to buy again from the Quicksilver slot. I was wondering about that. So it's determined when you get the egg, not when you spawn the thing. Cool. This guy worm is always AAA. Did I actually get one on this save? I think I've got it on a different save. I don't think I've got it on this one. I don't feel like any of my expedition pets are any good. Monstrosity is always BAC. I was wondering about that. Yeah, Monstrosity was pretty bad. And I think the Monstrosity and the Skyworm are the only two I've actually opened on a different save. So they're static ones then, maybe. Okay, at least that's something to consider. Cool. Anyway, let's carry on with this. Yeah, we finished this one, didn't we? Yeah, we got them all. Cool. Gotta get them all, Xenómon. This one isn't going to be so fun. Yeah, some things do seem to be account. It's annoying when like things like those are account specific because it's like that's just given a guaranteed like plus to other people. Not that it really matters because we can just get triple S pets anyway. Child of Helos and Mecha Mouse are different on each of my saves. Cool. Are the Poke Battles PvP? They can be HFX, so you can either do PvP or PvE. I like the PvE personally. I'm not big on PvP in general. One pet to Uncharted. What do you mean find pets? Are you saying we should? Are you saying asking if we are? Or is that a good idea? Yo, Marco, how's it going, man? Shadaisy. We've got to scan the corner while avoiding the fuzz. I'm more. I've got grand of flying, so 3 grand of flying left. Yo, Dej, what up? We're looking for UAS triple S pets. Yeah, I'm looking in the UAS because I think it'd be cooler if you find them there, but essentially, yeah. Default controller, Find pets Uncharted? Yes. Wait, yes to what? Damn it. I want to hear your thoughts on the matter. Oh, I don't really have any thoughts toward it other than I heard some stuff on it last week, but it just sounded like small set of data. So is likely to skew in one way regardless of what's true. Also, people tend to see that 2 people found them in Uncharted systems and then think, oh, that's a pattern, not realizing what statistics are. So they only check in Uncharted systems from then on. But then they find all the ones Uncharted systems, and other people are like, oh, all of these have been found in Uncharted systems. They're like, that's what I'm skeptical of. That's why I'm not like putting my hat in the fight either in that way, you know? So I don't know, basically. And I'm sticking to I don't know because I haven't seen sufficient or heard sufficient evidence. It's been a week since we talked about this, so maybe there's more evidence now that I don't know about. Basically, I'm very hesitant to say that things work in a specific way unless I have really good evidence or proof. And I'm always very skeptical of people who are very confident that something works in a way and either can't explain it or don't have sufficient evidence or proof. On me. So yeah, 90% of SSS finds on NMS SCE are in all sorts of normal systems. So yeah, it sounds like now that we've got more of a bigger data set, it's leveled out. But before, apparently, they were largely in tier 2 systems. But there's many reasons that could be, especially with such a small set. They're planning to visit some Uncharted. I mean, we can. I'm not against it, because we might want to find some robot. It's Uncharted for robot, isn't it? It's been a while since I made a video for it, but it was like 5 years ago now or something. Only ones that are exclusively Uncharted are mechanical, yeah. So maybe that's why people were checking them, because they were looking for mechanical pets specifically. Or they just wanted to make sure they could also find mechanical. Channing said, hells yeah, Doc, I was looking for triple S nice in the UAS. When's the last time he tried it? I got my SSS and Mecha Mouse re-rolling 2 days ago. Exactly after doing it. NMS won BAFTA. Yeah, it's cool, that was. I didn't realise they actually went on stage and everything as well. Wore a lot though. This is really fucking cool, guys. Dude, it's your TV. Yeah, but it's past the watershed, you fuck. The gaming, not film. I have no idea what the difference is with that. Yeah, nor did I. I'd have thought it would just be the same one. Is that a big ass? Ah, disappointing. It's a big ass. It's even a bigger cysty back. Pub systems have the widest variety of potential finds. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people been looking at pub systems. The issue is, the reason I'd rather avoid that if possible is because like only people who have played a shit ton of the game can actually get into them. still one left to find, isn't there? 2. The ground and flying. Oh. Don't look for too much longer, but best solving game after recent development last couple of years, I think. Yeah. Flying. That's like a bloody. That's a frigging Gek Chungus, that is. You know those best one game to do. I get back down, fill it up, spread it down, find a fauna all over the ground. Do 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 do, do do do, do 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 do. Looking for fauna, trying to find a SSS-Class, looking for fauna. Gonna adopt its ass when we find the one that has 3 epic stats. Only when an experiment is conducted do we create snow. Yeah, but that's the next one because it's closest. Actually, what type is that? Petrified moon. Not even. Right, I think that's gonna. Is that? I have an anomalous. Or nothing. He hasn't got rusted metal, so he's got an atmosphere. It's just further away than I thought. Bloody hell. Bloody crikey, bruv. Bloody crikey. And off we fuck. That is not a pleasant planet. Storms, aggressive sentinels, back right off. There we go. Marked moon. I wish it was a Jason moon. I'm not seeing the light sides. We're probably on the exact bloody opposite. What dare you? G'day, Miri. Did you say US now? Hell yeah, boy! Dang, could I do some kind of competition for the UAS for finding SSS fauna? That could be cool. The thing is, what kind of prize could I give? It's reasonable and not going to like put me in debt if I have to send it halfway across the bloody world. Let's only play jumping in game since Sean won the BAFTA. That's cool. I did notice a few extra views on the Light No Fire video from like 3 years ago. There's one anomalous. Let's do this shit, bro. Anomalous, we are. We are anomalous. Oh. SAA. Dang it, that would have been key. Quick planet there. Yeah, I did that one. So this is the last one to go. Pillared. Ah, that'll be another easy one. Hells yeah. Then off to the next system. I mean, I should be using my nutrient ingester for this and just getting a hella bread. How much bread have I got on this? Almost 2 billion. I could do with another 2 billion. Why not? Who doesn't like hella bread? Now the question is, what do I have for my drinky doodles? Right. Man, honestly, one of my favourites has been this. Player fuel, it's a Doom one. Strawberry and pomegranate. I've never been really a thing for like big on strawberry flavoured like drinks and stuff. Freaking amazing, I'm having this. The issue is, my previous favourite, well it still is Sour Demonade, which is also a Doom one. It was pomegranate and like lemon and stuff, and it was really good. But they never made it again. They just did one run, I only got one tub, and when I found out I liked it, they'd already sold out and never making them again. Because it takes them 3 fucking months to send you anything. And what about looping a... Hang on, so is there a way to reroll planet... No, that's what I was saying before. Because when you wrote that first sentence, you didn't mention anything about the context of what you were saying. So I assumed you meant normal fauna, but you were talking about the Quicksilver one. There's no way to re-roll this. Like I said, it's procedural, so it's decided before anyone ever finds it. Do 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 do. The main way you can be sure that that is the case. Quicksilver Freighter Expedition. Oh, awesome. The main way you can know that that's the case, that you can't re-roll them. Well, so Jay, right? For that to be true, then every time someone finds a new fauna, even if they're not connected to the internet, other people, like HG servers, would have to know that that's happened and know what the role was. It just makes no sense. And that's just not how the game works, basically. Me and Dark Lord have tested like the thing or whatever. I mean, you can feel free to test the reloads if you want, but okay. So what about saving in one system, going to the next, and scanning and reloading? Well, so it makes so little sense for that to possibly be anything remotely true that I don't see the point in wasting my time to do it. It's that unlikely. Like, I'm trying to think what like a simile with it, just because that just isn't how the game works. It's procedural. That's the literal point. The whole thing of the game is that it's procedurally generated, which means these things only exist when we're literally there. The game loads it, and then it doesn't exist in files outside of that. The game is just the instructions to build this. It's not, none of the actual things actually exist otherwise. And that's the whole point of the game. So that's also how fauna work. It would be HG with an update to re-roll the planet. I mean, so yeah, if HG ever do that, then yeah. But there's no sign that you can re-roll the class on a... Like, if you've got some ideas on how to do that, then go for it, Jay. And like, if you find something, I'll definitely be interested in looking at it. But Yeah, are you saying that because scanning... No, I'm saying that it would be stupid for scanning to permalock it in. Because for that to work... Jay, you would have... Like, HG would have to get the data of every single person scanning. They'd have to get that role. The servers don't get that. People play offline all the time in this game. But you can still play offline, find something. We tested this with multi-tools and stuff back in the day. Like, you can find something offline, not attached to the internet at all, then tell someone where to find that. They will find the exact same thing. Because that's how the procedural nature of the game works. Well, no, that's not. That's the thing. Apple source. It's not. Once it's generated, it's done. Because every time someone goes to a place, it regenerates the thing, but it always regenerates it in the exact same way. That's how the game works. None of these things exist until we go there, and when we leave, they cease to exist again. That's No Man's Sky in a nutshell. If people want to test these things, I implore you, go test it. But I'll never say I'm absolute about anything, but like, well, pretty much. But like, I'm so sure that that isn't a thing that I just can't see the point of wasting my time on it. As against procedurals are linked to 3D location, it has to be the same each time. Yeah. Because it's way far superior to like Minecraft works from chunk to chunk. So that's why the game has to you have to generate like in order and stuff with Minecraft, don't you? And like certain things can mess up. This used to be the case anyway. But No Man's Sky works on any point, any singular point can be generated in the exact same way every time, without any surrounding points. Yeah, go for it, man. Like, I'll never say people shouldn't test things. And yeah, if you find something cool on that off chance, then yeah, I'd definitely be interested. But like it would kind of be me testing that would be similar to like what's the point of working off knowledge you've already gained? It's like it'd be like starting from zero every time, if you get me. That's it. That I don't know if that. I understand what that means, but I don't think my explanation was good enough for that. IBC. 1, 2, 3. Skibbity ABC. 1, 2, 3. UBD and UMBD. I'll be scuba doobin'. It's done when the seed number is set, which is done by the rules of the game. Yes, there we go, yeah. But it's done before you turn the consoles on, it's already set. Yes. That's another good way of saying it. We say when we leave, they cease to exist. What is the we leave action? Unloading. So, if I move from here to here, that may have unloaded a few trees or these pillar things behind me. They now cease to exist. The art, like the actual texture file for those pillars exists, but the pillar itself, like that those individual pillars don't exist. They only exist in the same way that these are the ones in front of me exist. All exist in that texture sense, that it's a flat texture, but there is no map file. So, like in many games, like Oblivion and stuff, when they build a house in the game, they actually build and texture that all the models of that house, they put them together. They might reuse pieces, but they'll manually put them in place. Starfield used procedural generation, so we're not going to go into that. But like in Oblivion, all the buildings and stuff, like if you see a cup on a table in Oblivion, a developer put that there manually. A developer put that cup on that table. If you see a cup on a table in a settlement, no developer put that there. the rules of the generation put that there. The developer just wrote the rules that would decide that in that specific area on that table, a cup goes in that specific coordinate. And because of that, basically, that doesn't exist until you load it into the game. Whereas in, say, Skyrim, the files exist that say that specific thing. It's like, it's indirect instead of direct, you could say. I might be even making this even hard to understand, I'm not sure. I'm trying to say it in as many different ways as possible, because I always find that if I don't quite get something, and it's not because someone missed out some information, it's just that I didn't quite get that explanation. If I get a different explanation of the same thing, so a different way of saying the same thing, I'll understand it easier. It's like looking at it from two different perspectives. You get a 3D view then. Yeah. I'm sorry if that last explanation was for me. I tuned out for yeah, it's all good. It's just, yeah, I think I'll... Oh no, that wasn't specifically for you. It's for anyone who's interested. Right. Cool. Let's carry on, my wayward son. H will sometimes roll out an update that adds a biome type. It would change the fauna on the planet. Yeah. But that's why I said earlier that provided it's the same version of the game. If the version of the game changes, they may have changed the rules of the generation. So, yeah, that will then change how things go. It's not because you re-rolled it or anything. Something to remember about pseudo-random number generators is that one of their strengths is the repeatability of random sequences for a given seed state. Yo, super soft, by the way. One of the strengths is the repeatability of random sequences. By that strength, do you mean like how Apple... So there's a whole thing where iTunes, for Shuffle, had a true random. It was like a big deal that Apple coded this beautifully random function, whatever you want to call it. And it gave true random. The issue is, when it's true random, you can have the same song after, like, in a row, or you can have the next song on the album in a row, even though, like, the scope of the shuffle was 1,000 albums. It's possible to have that. Because of that, they ended up switching back. This is a rumor. This is something a friend of mine told me, so let's just use it as an example. I don't know if this is actually fully true. But what I heard, this hearsay, is that they had to switch it to be a pseudo-random, because that then prevented you from getting that. It gave a more realistic view of random, even though it was less random. I'm guessing, is that what you meant? Okay, now. God, that's right. People think a lot of sounding my own bloody voice. I actually don't. I think my voice is stupid. With the Brummy accent. What the hell, man? True randomness looks clustered and almost unnatural. Yeah. So yeah, that's a wait. Damn it! I should have just let you come with the second comment. This is why I script my guides, by the way. I script my guides because if I don't, it's harder to understand me. It's like, you know, a teacher doesn't go to a lesson without a lesson plan, do they? Actually, some probably do. Dang it, I was so close to triple S. I found a SS. Yeah, we found an SAS earlier, I think. Emerald drive required. Have I not got the Indian drive? Okay. Skibbity doo dee when you're doing and skew, skibbity woo. You ding dang diddly did, but you didn't, you might, but you haven't yet, but you will. Be some chromatic material. Well, look at that. Filling it up. To bring it back in. This should increase it, shouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah. There's no map in NMS, none of the planets move, so the visible game is literally a set of subroutines based on stuff like what an animal looks like, what a planet looks like, what a hill looks like, all fed into algorithms that so randomize the outcome and running on the fly according to proximity. I'm going to say yes. Basically, NMS does not do RNG. It almost never does RNG. It sometimes does. There are some things that are RNG, like suspicious tech packets. Those are RNG. But almost nothing else is RNG, yeah. Like, if you find something somewhere, then it's... The reason we can share locations is because it's the same for everyone. As you've seen, randomness is because, like, all bets carry a chance. With them, technically random does not exist, at least not outside them. Well, random doesn't exist in the sense that, like, chaos theory and all that, no. I both like and hate the idea of chaos theory. Like, it makes full sense. The whole thing, so... I'm not a scientist, but like the whole thing about chaos theory is that if you can track the direction and speed and everything and just how everything works of every thing in the universe, then you can predict the future because you know where everything's going, like to the smallest detail. So you know how things are going to bounce off each other and blah blah and result in events. But obviously, to be able to, as far as we know, to be able to do that, you'd need far more matter than exists in the galaxy to be able to build the thing that tracks it. So, I mean, the universe. I found ASAC yesterday and I almost got it just for that aspect. ASAC? What do you mean ASA? What's the fourth thing? The triple S I found was a desert and a nuclear. Both are ugly AF and I don't use them. Hey dude, if ugly or not, man, if you're interested, we have a channel on the Discord called High Potential Fauna Locations. Obviously no pressure or anything, but if you're interested in sharing locations, just the galaxy portal address and a picture of the fauna would be awesome. But yeah, a sack, but there's only three letters, so I'm wondering what the fourth letter was. Freighter RNG 2 classes actually. Yeah, so there's the thing. Numbskull is very complicated math. But chaos theory says that there is a level of order buried within apparent chaos. So technically chaos doesn't exist because it is made of order, yeah. Yeah, it's only chaos because we don't understand it. In a sense that, or we can't read it. It's in the same sense that technology or things that we... what's the actual line? Basically, if we don't understand something enough, it will appear like magic. That's just because we don't understand it, not because it's magic. Please load the polls to those. I'd love to check them out. Guess a total class and stats are SSC. Total class and stats. That's a shame that it's a C and not the triple S. So, right, sorry, let's make sure I'm caught up now. Oh yeah, I was doing this, wasn't I? 275, that should be enough. I think it was 250, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh. Ella. So, we're in the Dohumidid Nebula, so we're still in the UAS. Let's look for... I do not have anything... Let's just go to this one. I don't have anything in the friggin' chip for economy scanning and stuff. Sufficiently advanced technology appears supernatural. Thank you, there we go. That's a bloody... That sounds like the line. Efuku? Welcome to Olmasan Efuku. This is uncharted. There's no Spastassionis. Let's have a look at this bitch. So, contoured. Dude, we enchanted a fancy sand with lightning to make it do logic. It's magic, damn right. Yeah, got any of that fancy sand? God, in my head, I then went, got some of that silicacy, and then that, of course, leads to silicacy is definitely going to be a Zoomer word for like sex droids or something. Good lord, the fanciest of grains. Let the grains flow. Actually, I should change region so we are not searching. Say, oh, were you in Dohumidid as well? I mean, it's unlikely to be the same one. Ah, boos. Oh yeah, dang it. Yeah, there we are. I just saw an idea that went the other way, that a sufficiently advanced society, successful primitive technology could seem supernatural. Can't do that with a pair of sticks. That's kind of like, that kind of reminds me of like the Asgard in SG-1, where they're like, you guys are so dumb that you come up with like ideas that we never do. Like, you can defeat the replicators for us. I mean, there's good like theory in why that would work, because you know the replicators, their machines are going to be protecting themselves versus what's likely to happen, and it's highly unlikely that the Asgards are going to act like some Earthlings with what, up to 5 million years less of evolution or something. I don't know how old the Asgard were. Because obviously they were in, like, the treaty with the Ancients and stuff. And the only thing we know for sure is that the Ancients were on Earth from at least 5 million years ago up to 10,000 years ago. But we don't know when they did that whole deal with the Asgard. Could have been super recent. Well, you know, 15,000 years ago. Although they did say their relationship was built over millennia as well, so it would definitely have to be at least 15,000. Tech Geek Man, thank you for resubscribing with Prime. Very much appreciated, dude. Hells yeah, thank you for the support for 4 freaking months. Good days, you bro. Thanks, man. Like they've developed shields for photonic weapons, and are so evolved from other types of warfare, they don't expect someone to come at them with a stick. Yeah. I think there was they did a similar thing with Farscape, I think. Like, you know, the shield didn't quite work in that way. There's definitely a science fiction thing where enemy shields are great and invulnerable against like any kind of energy based thing, but when it comes to like kinetic, they're pretty weak because no one uses kinetic. Zane talking about Babylon 5 again. Babylon 5? I've never seen Babylon 5. Like they develop shields. You're ready. Yo, our flatheads go, man. What if he had a pointed stick? Monty Python. Wow, just another planet with this on. Oh, nope, BCC. What we need is BCAAs or whatever. Some amino acids. They're proven to be pointless to be taken. Just take full proteins, homies. Peptides, that's where it's at. Tron, Crom, and Ed Dillinger. That's Sark, waiting Babylon Tide shit. Don't know who any of those are. All I know is that Victor Crom was the name of the character from the Bulgarian School of Magic in the Goblet of Fire. It's the one that Hermione went to the dance with. Terrasphere, what a name. By kinetic propulsion, which is why they use a slow sword. Yeah, there was that thing with that was in Stargate as well, with like the personal shields. Like, you know, they were built so you could throw something to them, like a staff weapon, and they could catch it and it'd go through the shield. But if you shot them with the staff weapon, it would just hit the shield and bounce off. Which is why you could just go in with a knife. I think that's what they did. It was on the episode where we see the Nox. Season 1, I think. Apophis is there as well. He's looking for that animal that can make itself invisible. And because he finds that shield or whatever, I think O'Neill uses a knife and throws it and it goes through the shield and stabs. I think it's that one anyway. It might be a different episode. Might be the one with Thor's chariot. I'm not sure. Isn't Crom from Conan? I don't know. I've never seen Conan. He's saying, what do you think about the new Doctor in Doctor Who? I haven't seen Doctor Who since Tennant, so I have no idea. What actor's the new Doctor? I saw a few clips of Matt Smith. I haven't seen anything since Matt Smith. Who's an infested bitch? At least there's only 8 to find. So we've got 4 ground. And me 4 ground left to find. Oh, here's one. ABS. They can stop. They can stop so smoothly. No jittering. Beautiful. Oh, SSA, you son of a bitch. You doing, bruh? Triple S. Can't beat Dark Lord's face with that. They're like 1 or 2. For more. David Warner is famous. What do you think about it? What? Billie Piper's the new Doctor. So they tied it in with the story because she was the. Billie Piper was the sidekick, I guess. When what's his name? Northern. Multiple Americans said that I sounded like him. It's like you only think I sound like him because you think everyone that isn't from London in the UK sounds the same. Christopher Eccleston, there we go. And a bit of the start of Tennant. Was it only Tennant? that she was the psychic for. I thought it was both. Okay. All Brits sound the same. All Brits sound the same, bastards. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna get some coffee with fucking donut and shit. Thanks, Martha. That was delicious. I don't know. I don't know what was. American Jews on a regular basis. Maybe get Colin Baker. Scanning around animals now. Surely Scots don't sound the same. Oh yeah, you see. Jason, you can't compare the Scottish to the English. The English don't care. The Scottish will draw and quarter you. My favourite thing to do is to remind any Scottish person I know that they are British. Like, you're not fucking British! Yes, you are. We're all part of Great Britain, you're just not English. Pointless arguments are great. Actually, Jason loves pointless arguments. Oh. Yo, John, how's it going, bruv? See, baby. Scots are just Northern English, right? Oh god, Eastern! You were saying East yesterday. Do you get East and West mixed up often? Because you said East when you meant West on the friggin' on the map for Windrose. Yes, Irish are Western, yeah. Yeah, Irish are Western English. Damn it. Everyone's like, whoa, what's wrong with you? He's American. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, look at... Oh. After hearing Kate Sith on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and someone else do a voiceover of Kate Sith from OG Final Fantasy VII, anything other than Scottish just sounds wrong for him now. I don't actually know how you say that. So, like, there's a series I've read where Cat Sith, or spelt like that, is a race of cat people. And they all talk with the bloody meow. Like, it gets really annoying. Because every time I'm have to read her dialogue, I have to read it in my head, the way it's written. And like, everything that's perfect and stuff. It's like, oh, fuck's sake. Every last thing that could possibly be a pun is a fucking pun in her dialogue. It's so annoying. Celtics or Rangers fan? I'm not a football fan. That is correct. Well, if you go east enough, you circle around, so it is still valid. Damn it. God. One argument. He'll definitely win with that. Only because everyone loses the will to talk after you say something like that. What's this last bugger? Gotta scan them all, Xenómon. Be the best that ever was. I'll find these triple S's, cause that's my cause. Falls Alley, Myro, and Himmy. Orgy summer? Sounds a bit... I don't really want to be travelling too much on this shitty planet. It's a pain in the arse to traverse. I don't want to not scan the final one, because what if it's triple S? You tell her win, just go as regarded as I can and outlast everyone. I've noticed. Oh, nice. Maverick Scott, dude, thanks for resubscribing with Prime. 27 months. Freaking beast mode, man. Thank you. Good day is a good sir. Thanks for the Prime sub, man. Oh, there it is. Very appreciate it. That is what the Prime sub did. It was the look of the sub. Ah, ABA. Not SSS though. Right, we'll give a few. We'll give a few spots a look for points of interest to the underground. Not too many. Untried systems full of robots. Yeah, boy. I haven't found any robots in this one yet, but hopefully. Isn't it 40% chance or something to bind one in a system? I seem to remember that from my own video. They are the best videos. You should know. Low fuel. Oh, didn't I? Oh. Last Act 2 I watched was when it was Sylvester McCoy. Good lord. I don't even know who that is. She's gone full goddamn cat. Yes. Oh, did Jason what? I read something. Did Jason something, but I can't scroll up to it now. Oh. Did Jason get lost and start wandering around in circles again? Possibly. No, it's not unheard of, is it? Unless Gek is streaming NMS, we'll be raiding Jason later. He hasn't told me if he is streaming NMS today, but we'll check. Les McCoy is a wizard from The Hobbit who talks to animals. Hey, Ratagast! Hells yeah! Got all poop down his head because of all the birds in his hat. Fucking weirdo. I can't even touch monkey penises without people thinking I'm a weirdo. Gamey, give us a scan. Oh wait, it's Uncharted. There's no buildings, is there? Oh, fuck that then. We're not looking for the underground. I can't be asked. Which one? That's the one I've been to, isn't it? Into that. Yeah. So there's these three left. Let's go to... Hey! Hoping Zane had some advice on what to do. Oh, sorry, what's that? Right, so I activated the champion locator. It tells me to go to the space station for those on there. Are you in abandoned mode? Because it won't work in abandoned. You're in normal. So, right, I would imagine the first thing I would think of is that it is switch missions, because I found it kept constantly switching missions for me. So I kept having to go to it, and you have to make sure you're on that mission, the champion one, to get the marker. Now, if you are on that mission, it's not giving you a marker. It's possible it's saying go to station, but in a different system. So you might want to enter the galactic map and look for the icon to see that that mission is in a system nearby. It'll be a very close, the closest probably. Just give me back down. Then I don't know. Unfortunately, that's all I got. Just give me down. If you have moved location since, check the teleporter, because if you aren't already in the closest system to it, it should put the marker for that mission in the option in your teleporter that is the closest to warp from to it, or the system it's in. That's something to check out. Okay, 4 days feels like a cut your losses, honestly. Oh god, Sean, give us a lock on the fucking mission tracker. It's 2026, yeah. Pretty bad sometimes. Yeah, super sure. Yeah, it's bad, right? Our planet has one of the coolest companions. Skibbity up, skibby back down, skibbity up, skibby back. Scoob it to the ground, do 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 do, boo doo doo, boo doo doo, boo doo. Today, man, I finally got the PS5 plugged in, and guess what I do? I start a new Elden Ring save, this time a samurai. Also going to try to beat it without level up stats. Oh shit, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I think actually I might have done one playthrough with the samurai, I'm not sure. Just because super stancing katanas is awesome. I love a good super stance. Super stance, I feel, is what you should call it when like a toddler like goes in that proud Ariana Grande mode where like put the chest down. Meh. That should be super stance. You're looking for a particular any kind of triple S at the moment. Elden continually takes forefront in the queue, and I have time to designate to play. Hell's yeah, dude. It's such a good game, though. The amount of replayability in that game is peak. I have many hundreds of hours. I'm guessing you are several thousand then. I'll be able to allow to level weapons, but not character stats. Hell's yeah, dude. That's going to be mental. Especially considering like the leveling the weapon is mostly good because of your stats. It just makes the scaling better, doesn't it? This isn't a horrid reprint. Scoop me back. Scoop down and scoop it to the ground. Buddy. Bye. Yes, back. People bum. It's a Beaversaurus bum. It's a beetle bum. So 2 underwater, 1 more ground left, 2 underwater. Oh no, 2 ground left. 3 underwater and 2 underground. Good lord, what a mess. Oh, what a mess. Oh. It's not going to be as helpful, but I could still change abilities and try to have multiple weapons set up as utilities in addition to combat. True, yeah. I mean, Bushy often does like pretty much no levels and yanks enemies, but he's... Ooh! Ah, it'd be so good to find one of these brewed as triple S, man. It's cool to see that Bush is still like going strong, man. Obviously not as strong as it was, but you know, still doing some successful Elden Ring content. Your man, Bush, your man. I found a brewed this SSA. Oh, nice, man. I was watching an old Top of the Pops episode the other day, and the temptation, full of desire, temptation. Thought of you. Hells yeah, man. Temptation. Paul is responsible for me getting that stuck in my head so many times now. Paul is a bastard. Temptation. Getting shit in my head. Yeah, temptation. Temptation, temptation, underwater temptation. So 200 grand for underwater. I love that. I have a regular and entertaining Elden Ring content thanks to Bushy. Yeah. Gino Machino. Yeah. Robero and Chase the Bro. I don't know the two others. Oh, actually, I might have seen some Chase the Bro stuff. I've seen quite. There's this one dude. Oh, Patches. No, this is one who I love his shorts. He's a Elden Ring PvPer, and he ends every short with Patch. He's so good though. Like clearly autistic, but he's good. I smell my own, damn it. We found an underground condition. ISB! Hello. Getting close there, buddy. Ooh-wee. Well, ain't that a poopy on the dinkleberry there, buddy? Freaking skew on the do. Having only like 40 companion slots are not enough. Is it 40? It's 5 times 6, is it? Isn't that 30? It's only 30. Oh, it's even worse. All of Scoob's higher. Where's going higher? When you skibbity doo bit. Had 100 pet slots there before, yeah. Chaser Bro is one of the PvP goats and does daily content on different builds to feature weapon ashes. Wow. Yeah, that's insane. Robert does a lot of invasions and plays lots of Souls games. I've probably seen some content from, just don't regularly watch them like. So we need, oh yeah, underground, one more underground and 3 underwater. Woohoo! I've been skipping up your do. Oh yeah, there's no point of interest here, is there, son of a biscuit? Woohoo! I've been scooping in your do. Woohoo! Yabba dibba doo be a scab baba doo, and I don't really know if you scoop me. Funny Fauna. Have you ever experimented with the egg sequencer enough to know how the gene splitter works? No. It's something I'm going to look into, but it's like, it's kind of an all or nothing kind of thing. Finding the... I know a few bits about it, but like... You know, I'm not going to find out all the details unless I do some serious stuff. There's also, I know a lot of people have done a lot of research, like Kibbles did a shit ton of research on it before, when they originally introduced it. So I could do with reading up on all their research first, because it's unlikely they've actually changed most of that. And then I can do some extra testing to confirm it. Because it's really overly complicated, and like it's needlessly so, but you know, but they do that so, you know, it keeps the magic. So have we got any whispering eggs? We've got to do our got to do Space Weasel's method with this because there's no building for POIs. Sweet, there's only one. Oh wait, I didn't check any of these, I guess. Pretty sure none of these can be made as pets there. That's fine. Just that one underground one. The cycle repeating. And be looking for the stuff all that I need it to find me Hillary Duff. When you scoop, when you do, there's a humming sack over yonder. What the? Look at the size of that bitch. Oh, that it's a big bitch. Look at that carapace. It's all crusty and shit. Look at that cotton. Or chitlins, as Jason would always say. You were there in the school here to do the doodlist, didn't you, school? When you had to do, didn't you, school? But you didn't do, but you did, so you had to though. We could do a little test this. Can we force spawn? I'm assuming not, but we'll try it. Yo, Hackintosh, welcome to the channel. So, there are fauna here, which means it's possible for spawner to spawn here. Fauna to spawn here. So, we're going to create terrain. And we're going to change it to cave. It'd be better if I could just flatten this and make it a little better, but apparently not. Big up right there. Right, we've got a flattish bit of cave here. Now let's wait for the save point. Then we'll reload and see if any cave stuff spawns on it. Probably not, but we'll see. Well, that's what I'm thinking. I think if that works, though, I feel like this should work as well. Having it flatter and neater might be better. But we're just going to see if this does anything. This will only prove anything if a cave one spawns on it. It's unlikely, but... Yeah, of all the sequence of categories, the gene switches are most mysterious. It's further compounded that not only do different species behave differently, different types within a species do. You mean genus? Different genus behave differently and different species within the genus do? Or do you mean that different variants of the same species are like finding the two different headed dildos on the same planet will work differently? Oh sure, this she'll try. Well yeah. This makes way more sense than the other thing. To work like. Because it's part of the... We're changing the locations to try and fit the procedural spawning. Not like they only spawn in a specific coordinate. It's that they spawn on things that match a criteria, so we're trying to make the criteria. I know you're being sarcastic. But just in case anyone wasn't and was thinking that. I assume it's done at this point. So, what's the thing here? 707 prefix. Figured that, yeah. So, what I'll need to do is do a way bigger test, and that'll be a real pain in the arse though. I won't do it now though, this was just a really quick one. Just to see if anything happened. If we could make it happen on something this small, it'd be really workable. Let's look a bit longer, but then we'll give up before too long. For too long! You've been humming on my sack for too fucking long, you bastard. For too long, the English have been bastards. A game? Sons of bitches. This planet's too low. Damn, one more time. Get low, get low, get low, get low, get low. From the window to the wall. Doo-ba-doo-doo-doo. Sweat drips down my bones. All these females crawl. Oh, skeet, skeet, motherfucker. It's a stupid song. Oh, skeet, skeet, yeah. Over 200 retrovirals. Hell, I mean, if you're duping them, it's like 2 minutes. All I can say is get good at dupe and scrub. Yeah, let's just head off to the next one. Yes, it might be triple S, but it also might be a complete bastard. Pretty sure it's a bastard. The last planet, I think. It was Bountiful as well. Is it a triple lush beach? Triple lush. You'll know you hate to love triple lush. I made the best burger last night. No, it's actually thanks to a Kenji Lopez video. Kenji Lopez alt. He's an awesome chef. He's like a chef interested in research and like the science of it, like molecular gastronomy a bit and stuff. He's a super established chef and like recipe author. He's a person who popularized the reverse sear method and stuff. He has a YouTube channel and does a load of videos. Often of him just cooking at home, so he'll have a GoPro on his forehead while he cooks, and he'll explain what he's cooking and how to do it, why he does this and blah blah. Just while he's cooking his family's meals, which is cool. Yeah, this one video I watched, it was about burgers. I was trying to make the best smash burgers, and the first time I tried without any instructions and stuff, I got mint from a supermarket, which is almost like a paste that's stuck together, and I then worked the smash seasoning into it, then worked it fully into it, and then got them into a ball. That's the worst thing you can do. First of all, don't season it into the meat ahead of time. The salt and stuff can make the meat tougher. Also, overhandling the meat will also make it tougher. Like, scientifically proven to be, terrible. So what you need to do... I got called away for the past... No, I haven't found anything cool yet. So what you need to do to make the perfect burger that isn't remotely tough is to handle it as little as possible. I get specifically minced beef from a butcher's, which isn't a paste like you find in the packs in a supermarket. The paste makes sense for a supermarket because there's less air, so it lasts longer, it takes up less space. In a butcher's, it's just a load of piled, like, coarsely ground meat just on a thing with cellophane over it. So I get that. You then just basically I just grab a roughly amount, put it on scales, roughly 100 grams. I'll then basically just push it together one way, the other way, flatten, and then make a few fine adjustments, and that's it. I won't touch it again. It's in the smashed, like, thin shape, and that's it. I'll put them on parchment paper or greaseproof paper if I'm putting them in the freezer, stuff like that, so I can separate them easily. And that's basically it. You just get a spatula to carefully put it in the pan so it doesn't fall apart because it's barely held together, and that will be a beautiful, tender, light burger that won't be tough. You'll barely have to chew, but you'll have all the flavour. It'll be delicious. And you season it in the pan, and that makes a perfect burger. So basically, add that, which I then put. I did some slow cooked bacon. Streaky bacon's got to be, or as the Americans call it, bacon. Put the bacon in the pan first, very low heat. Cook it for about 20 to 30 minutes on the lowest possible heat. You should barely have any sizzling at all for that entire time. That will render out most of the fat render a load of the fat out. It'll basically turn the bacon translucent, and the meat will be crazy soft, and the fat will be massively rendered. You then just turn the heat up for when you're cooking the burgers to get some browning on it and crispen it up, and then it'll be like fall apart, but it won't be tough and hard. Basically, burger, nicely coloured and seasoned just on one side. I tend to sear the burger with some heavy browning on one side, flip it over, season that cooked side while the other side cooks. I'll then often put the bacon on top so it doesn't overcook. I'll then, just for the end, remove the bacon, put American cheese on it. Has to be plastic, crappy cheese for burger. Put that on the burger, bacon on that, one more cheese, and just that. A bit of barbecue on the bottom bun. I don't put the bun in the pan because I just think it's needless greasiness. I will, however, put the bun in the toaster for just like half the time, so it doesn't really colour, but it dries up a bit. It might get a light, very light browning, so it doesn't just go soggy. Barbecue sauce on the bottom, burger and cheese and bacon mess on top. Done. Best freaking burger, man. No, this is the same webcam as ever. I do have a better one, but I don't use it. Yeah, that's Steve. How's it going, Steve, man? Sorry, you walked into me talking about bloody food again. Hope you're doing well, dude. Check this one out. It's the last plant in the system. Has to be crappy cheese, so you never tried this with a slab of Stilton. I have. Well, that's why I say it has to be, because I've made many burgers with like cheddar and stuff. I don't think I've made it with Stilton. For me, the Stilton would just be overpowering. Also, if you have crunchy pickles. Crunchy pickles, yes. You may even want to switch it to tomato ketchup if you have the crunchy pickles, because the barbecue, the tartness of the barbecue, helps to cut through. And if you have the pickles, that gives you the tartness. So if you have pickles, you may also want to use bacon jam instead of barbecue or tomato sauce. You're great. Just got back from the stag do. Dude, I saw your thingy. How do you burgers? None sound as nice as yours. Dude, they're so easy. The main rule about an amazing burger: make the patty thin and don't overhandle the meat. Just push it into shape, just so it just about holds together. When you cook it in the pan, if you do it like this, it won't shrink because it's not glued together like shop-bought burgers are, which end up tougher because of it. Just put it into the shape you want it, maybe very slightly bigger. You could push the middle down very slightly more, because if it does shrink very slightly, the middle will plump up a bit. So then you'll have a flatter burger. And just, yeah, you're good. Had one of the games of free-to-play arcade in Blackpool. Hells yeah. Yeah, I saw you. Were you fishing? Yes. You caught what looked like a small catfish. I don't know what that was. Was that a carp? Because catfish are the same family as carp, aren't they? Thanks for mentioning bacon. Now my bubbling appetite can recede. Sorry. Stilton is best sliced as thin as you can and melted onto the top of the burger while it's still in the pan. I dare you. I mean, I'll try it, and it would have to be a very small amount of Stilton. It's so strong. I love Stilton. It's one of my favourite cheeses, but I'm not a big fan. Like, I just think it would be overpowering. It's like, I know people seem to think that chorizo and scallops are like the perfect mixture. I think it's so stupid. I've had it in like a Michelin star restaurant before, and I'm like, why? It's just, the chorizo completely overpowers any kind of flavour from the scallop. Like, yeah, I guess the whole thing is you have the flavour of the chorizo with the texture of the scallop, but that's like a waste to me. Yeah, it's a dogfish, like a shark, but smaller. Ah, that's cool, man. Actual deep dive video shaping up for Xeno Arena chat. Not too badly. I was working on it last night. Good lord. It's taken way longer than I intended because it's just bigger. I was going to do like a really quick moves video. But with the amount of work me and Dark Lord have put into this, like, it feels silly to half-arse it. Like, as in, if I were to make that quick one now, it would just be me purposefully half-arsing it. So the video's going to be bigger, it's going to take longer, but it'll be like the end-all move video. When you just want to enjoy the scallop. That's kind of what I mean. Yeah, if someone tries to take it, you have to yell, "Hey, that's nacho cheese." Oh, for goodness sake. Make it with nacho cheese if you want the fakest cheese. Oh, nacho cheese and American plastic cheese is the same thing, isn't it? Velveeta is just that. You can make it at home, that stuff. There's a dude who used to work at the Fat Duck under Heston Blumenthal who has a good cooking channel. He's 100% the most autistic person I've ever seen, like on YouTube. Like, he's so monotonal. It's like, actually, this feels mean. No, I'm not trying to be mean, but like, he's gloriously monotonal. I like, I'll say autistic. I like Aspie. But his recipes are amazing, and it's just the kind of thing that someone with it would do. But like, he did a video on how to make your own. Because I think they do that. If they ever use that kind of cheese at the Fat Duck, they make it. And like, I think he used the Alka-Seltzer to make it. So they use real cheese to make that. He used cheddar and like Alka-Seltzer. And like the chemical reaction turns it into that really easy to melt plastic cheese. It's proper cheese. And if you made fun of him for that, then it's mean. You're not being mean, just well, I mean, no, he's never said he's autistic. It's just the way he acts. That's why I think it might be mean. I don't know. It's meant lightly anyway. Space Daddy will full ass it. You've got to full ass it, baby. Self-Scotch Rod have been making videos based off of gameplay observations. Want to see if our rough ideas match up to what your chaps find in the game files. Yeah, it'd be cool. We've definitely found some, like, obviously this is game files mixed with, we've then tested in game to confirm things, because you never get the full picture in the game files, and sometimes you find this one thing that says something, but because you don't know of this one modifier that's on either in another file or not in the files, it's just in like the engine or whatever, the code, it doesn't act how it says it should act. Like, that's happened a few times with this, like with cooldowns. Like the cooldowns for moves, you can't re-roll them, and we've tested that, but in the game files there's a list of the min and max cooldowns, but that min and max isn't something you can get on any character. It seems to be specific to species, so when you find like a fauna, any of that type of fauna, including any variants, will always have this same cooldown number for every attack that it will ever have, no matter how many times you re-roll. But you can find another fauna in a different place, give it the same move, and it has a different cooldown as part of that min and max. But there's also swings and roundabouts. I'm not going to go into that because there's something we found something more on that last night. But yeah, that will be in the video and stuff. But it's really interesting. We have loads of stuff. Dark Lord is basically the best partner I could ever hope for in this stuff. He compiled all the data from the files, and then we've both been like testing in game and stuff. Flip at Dibbity Jeebus, I just found out that when you're in the inventory, go to transfer, you can use the D-pad to change what inventory you want to quick transfer to with the button. Yeah. I don't think that's spoiling the upcoming video, because I feel like I tested that specific thing last week on last Sunday. So I'm pretty sure I gave a brief explanation of that, because that's what we found on the stream when I was testing that thing at the beginning of last Sunday stream. But then that's why I paused. I was like, I think I've already mentioned this in part at least. Zane, is the class of pets the genus code? Oh, Zane, is the class of pets the genus code or the species code? Oh, species. So, like, if you find, like, an SSA pet, it's purely species. It's like you can find different species of that genus on a different planet that will have a different class. Have you found the spawn seed for SSS Fauna, like how many are in each galaxy? Or does T2? I haven't found anything to do with that, no. Oh, well, I should say Dark Lord hasn't found anything to do with that. I don't think we'll find anything like that. It's possible we could find the distribution, as in the percentage, because there is that for economy type. But that governs a lot of other things, and it won't be as simple as... Or it might not be as simple as that. I want to change the pet catalogue now to swap places of pets. That'd be nice, yeah. Swap the places. Both. What do you mean? Sorry, Dark Lord, do you mean both? Oh no, I think the person was asking if, like, if specific genus have a higher chance of SSS. I think that's what the implied question was about. So I was just saying that each species will be different, essentially. The thing you're on about, most people won't... It doesn't matter to most people. All they need to know is that the different species will have different classes. That's all. So what Dark Lord is actually on about is there are codes which I don't fully understand. I think it's largely I'm not worked it out. That like he's found what is essentially the seed that is like is separate to the model seed that determines the abilities, I think, and cooldowns and stuff like that. But it's like it's not like we can retroactively, or it's not like we have the knowledge to retroactively or work it back. Get the word for it. Work it back to be able to then predictably find anything elsewhere. So it's not like it's helpful to us really, for the most part. But it was, I think, it's helpful for Dark Lord in testing some certain things. You could just change that code to see what happens. And thank you for the compliment, by the way, Captain Steve. I'm glad folk are looking forward to it. Dark Lord's getting impatient with me, because I've been slow AF in getting it done. I don't know how the Windrose came out this bloody week. How many more left? Oh, 3 more. And they're all ground. Cool. Now it's something we can find in game now. Hot storm, time to fly, and scan. Oh yeah. Found my 3 S's in extreme wealth sectors. Yeah, first of all, that's awesome. But it's also like I would usually probably find all of my stuff in extreme wealth sectors, but that's because I would only look in extreme wealth if I had the choice, because it's good to have extra extreme wealth systems in your list. That doesn't mean that you'll find more in those. It just means that those are the ones you chose to find them in. It turned to an A class, but not S class. What's that? S-class poison would not have the same as ice with the same code as S-class. Oh, I do not understand what that means. I'd like to fight champions in dead galaxies. Dead galaxies? Do you mean... Actually, I'm not sure. You mean like dead No. Dead galaxies... have Fauna, don't they? The galaxy with mostly dead planets, right? Oh, so I don't think it's mostly. Like Budalangar, I think, is a dead galaxy, but it's only in the sense that Isentum's a lush one. So basically, it's just like a 10 or 20% chance, extra chance of dead planets. It's not mostly. I don't think, anyway. Don't get himself killed. And we got one more ground. Yeah. I used to love Sinbad mainly for the Monsters and Magic. Wish we had a pirate game that had all the mythos and monsters of Sinbad. I never watched that. My older brother loved it when we were kids then. He watched it all the time. Actually, yeah, I think like I think hey, I don't know if this is rude to ask. Like, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? I'll happily say mine. I'm 39. If you don't want to say it, by the way, don't need to. I was just thinking, like, I think, are you like about the same for? Okay, wow. I thought you were younger than that. Because you're about 5 years older than my brother. My older brother. But yeah, I guess I was on the tail end of a lot of things. So me and my older brother have a lot of different tastes when it comes to... Like, he watched Thundercats. So, like, I imagine you watched Thundercats when you were younger as well. I like He-Man and stuff. Those were kind of on the way out when I was growing up to that point. So, like, there's a crossover where my brother liked it, but I didn't really watch them. John, cheeky fucker. By the way, I assume John's talking about me, Steve. He's not trying to insult you there. He's dry humour. Thundercats are awesome. Yeah, so I never watched that. But my brother loved it. Oh, crap. Ah, that's a good thing. We've done a lot of full planet faunas today, though. Pretty cool. So, new system, let's go. Where's the Spoopball? How far away is the Spoop? It's not too far. Oh, John, I was trying to cover for you. I'm pretty sure he's joking. I don't know. Fuck's sake. Don't mind him, John's got a mean streak. John just pops in with the odd, like, brutally cutting sentence every so often. 47, it's all the still middle-aged, right? Okay, is it also for the tax code? Hey, what? Right, new system. Oh! Can someone... Dark Lord, are you still there? Because you'll definitely do it correctly, so you know how it works. You made the thing. Could you do the roll command for yellow, red, green, and blue? Free bus pass. We call that socialism here. Yeah. It's if when you reach is it 65 or something for the free bus pass? My father loves it. He loves his free bus pass. He's so happy. Because like he doesn't worry about buses. Like compared to the US, the public transport in the UK is like obviously far superior. The reason to this is because the UK is fucking tiny in comparison. It's way cheaper for us and to maintain a good public transport for the amount of people per capita, like because it's just smaller and more condensed. What about green though? You missed green. Don't bully the US. Obviously, Japan is even better. Japan's way better than ours. Like that was amazing, man. The I only used a bus once, but I primarily use trains because and they're so fucking the bullet trains are so good. It felt like it was so smooth. It was so enjoyable. I did get the green car because I got the JR pass like 2 days before it went up in price for the green car for a week. That's basically like first class. Basically wider seats, more leg room. I'm a tall foreigner, so that's what I wanted. If you're tall, I'd highly recommend splurging on that, honestly. If you're there for a holiday. Anyway, yeah, so like he used to work in like Birmingham. So he'd get the bus every day because he couldn't be asked to drive into Birmingham every day. Sod that. So yeah, he just used the bus and he likes them. Like it's fine. Like our buses have like Wi-Fi and shit on them. Like they have Wi-Fi, the seats. I have only ever seen piss on a bus once in my life, and I've used a lot of buses because I don't drive. Got a minute of adverts. No. Ah, Biko. Badge. Wait a minute, there's no ads running. What do you mean? Is there? Oh, there is. Damn it, yeah. It was nothing important, Biko, don't worry. I'm super jealous of Japan in that regard. Yeah, it's so good. The government really stealing your cars. To be honest, I think the like pensioner benefits are a really good idea because most of the people who have done that have worked their entire lives and paid tax into the country for their entire lives. So yeah, go for it. Did that actually work, by the way, Dark Lord? Overwrite the class to be S if you don't want to mess with. Oh, save editing, yeah. Oh, did you do it in Twitch? I didn't see it come back. Oh, it said red. Okay, red system. So we're going to a red system. I need to recharge the hyperdrive. If you live in town, free bus pass is fantastic, but for a lot of elderly in the country now, the bus is a lifeline. Yeah, for sure. I assume that'd be the case everywhere. Yeah. But like, yeah, in the UK, there's pretty much no matter where you go, there's buses. Same as Japan. I don't think that's the case in America. I don't know. Like for me, I live roughly 20 miles from like Birmingham, the second biggest city in the UK, or the second city. I don't know if it's the second biggest. And there's a bus that goes very close to me that's just like a straight bus to Birmingham. And it's every 30 minutes. So I can, no matter what, as long as it's in the day, I can just be in Birmingham within an hour and a half at any time. Without a car or anything. So yeah, it's I like it. It's good shit. It's always a clean bus as well. I don't think that says where I live or anything. I was just thinking, wait, I don't want to give it way too much info. So I get to a red system this time. I visited that. I don't know when. This has... Yes, 6 planets. Let's go. Guessing you saw Sean pick up the BAFTA. Such a down-to-earth and nice speech. Yeah. Yeah, Nano posted it and things. I was playing Windrose with the guys when that happened. Nano posted in saying, fucking hell, the English swear a lot. Or something like that. Are you Yam Yam or Brummy, though? Who knows? I mean, actually, I've said... I'm not going to say, because the more info I give, the more it says where I am. But if you're nearby, you should roughly be able to work out, you know, the accent. The thing is, obviously, I've lost my accent a lot over time. My accent is a lot thicker in earlier videos. Yeah, you don't own a car, right? We haven't ever lived in a spot where that was feasible. It would make sense locally, like if we lived in San Francisco. Oh yeah. So if you lived in San Francisco, if you lived in like LA, you almost wouldn't want a car, would you? It'd be a pain. It'd just be a massive expense that you barely use. But everyday life, obviously, it'd be good for like trips and stuff. It still gives some freedom. But yeah, you can live in the UK or Japan and not need a car. Fine. Obviously, it's more convenient to have it at times, but I've never had. Like, my jobs and stuff have always been within a fairly quick bus or walk from me. If you know, you know. Yeah, Paul lives nearby me, so he knows. You go and shop, you go and shop, you get some eggs. Or just go for a cup of tea. Okay. That's near to Birmingham. Oh, so on the way back from Blackpool, I dropped by mate back around Cannock/Armitage. Very nice area. Might look to move there, and then we can get a plane to Philippines easy. Oh, really? That's cool. Yeah. So like, yeah, like that's around the Stafford area. Stafford's a good, like it's a posh county where Lichfield and all that stuff is with it's like the council tax is more expensive. The people who live there are generally a bit more wealthy. It's way more middle class there. Yeah, like Sutton Coldfield, yeah. Oh, so are you from around Sutton Coldfield? Eh. I haven't been to Sutton much. I went there a fair bit as a child, like going there with my mother, like. But like, I can't remember really for what. I think she might have had friends there or something. I'm not sure. But like, I haven't been there for. Oh, I went there once in the last 10 or 20 years. I had to have a really bad abscess. I had to have a crown done, and it was because of COVID. It had gone untreated for ages, so it was really bad. Amazingly, it's healed. It was like, okay, like if you don't take care of this, it's going to go bad again, and you'll just have to have it pulled. So I had a root canal. I went to a specialist in Sutton. I went private. Because it was essentially, if I went on the NHS, it was a 50-50 chance it was going to work. But if I went private, it'd cost me 600 quid just for the root canal. But there was an 80% chance that it would fit. Because their equipment's better. It's private, so they have better equipment. They take their time longer, they can afford to. So it was like an hour and a half thing. Like a, well, no, surgery, I guess. And he was using like UV lamps and shit, and like isolating the tooth with bloody like a latex thing and everything. Had all these fancy like scanning implements and stuff. Yeah, that's the only time I've gone to Sutton in the past couple of decades. Been to Sutton Park lots of times, and wow, it's a lovely place to explore. Yeah, Sutton Park's lovely. So there's a few. Like England is lucky to have a lot of nice parks and stuff still, even though it's like a really crushed country because of how the country's developed over the years, being so old. It all started with lots of little settlements that went to villages, then towns cropped up, then cities. So instead of like America, where it's like a massive area as like one big city that caters to an insanely large area, we have way more microbiomes with lots of different accents and stuff. And that's why there's so many different accents in the UK and different like mini cultures and stuff that have just developed over a very long time. And because of that, pretty much anywhere in the UK, you're really close to some farmland or countryside. Like, I live in a suburban area, it's quite densely populated, but also I could walk for 10 minutes and be in some countryside. That's not even exaggeration. It's ridiculous. Like, that's what it's like in the UK. And I really like that, personally. And because of several, like, conservation laws from, like, hundreds of years ago, many forests, like the Forest of Dean and stuff, like thousands of year old forests have been kept and not taken down by soulless development scumbags over the years who were just trying to make a buck and couldn't give a shit about thousands of years old trees. You found an S-Class Gek. On the Blackpool front, the place next door to our Airbnb was on the market for 295k. 6 bedrooms. Isn't that amazing? What? That's really cheap. Yeah, seafront view on the Golden Mile, bargain. Holy crap, that's amazing. 300 grand for 6 bedroom. Like, seafront view. That's crazy. Good God, it's cheap up there. It'd be more than that here. And I'm not in like I'm not in a classy area at all. Like, I'm in a very working class area. You're talking, by the way, Litchfield and stuff, you're talking millions per house, like, generally. Not quite as bad as London there, but I thought I wasn't checking the one. Okay, yeah, just A, B, A, B, A, B. ECC. Fucking black. Oh, what was that though? Oh, I guess he's not a pet one. Okay, 3 flying underground. No, flying's a bit mental. By the way, is this system uncharted? This system was found by Sword! Hell yeah! I hope we find a cool one here. That'd be awesome. And it is uncharted. US fungal mold depot. Awesome. Ah, that's one of Sword's bases. He made a fungal mold depot here. Awesome. Kitchen. That's fucking cool. We found this after so long. It's a Bernie plays this. It's all renovated too. Has a new roof. Bloody hell. Different view is the dream, man. Yeah. This is Blackpool, it's quite north though, so seafront view does also mean everything you own will rust. Because it will be wet and windy most of the time. And you may get floods. This is UK coast. UK northern coast. Will we even bother the flying? We haven't got too long left. Yeah, let's try and find the flying real quick. But then we'll go to Sword Planet after this. I'm hungry. That alright. What were you thinking of having, Dark Lord? I think I need a... Dude, it's crazy seeing UAS Discovery's assault. I know, right? So cool. You started playing this again after... I just started playing this game after ages. I have an A-Class Centaur ship. It's great, but after playing it all today, I feel like there's newer, better options. Especially as it seems you can now build your own. So, Corvette, like the one I'm in now, are the best. Or just utility. Obviously, some of the stats and stuff in others are better, but for just general gameplay, I think these are peak. The Interceptor is the best non-Corvette ship, in my opinion, for many reasons. Mainly the pulse engine, because it's faster than any other ship. It has a 1.25, so it has a 25% faster pulse engine than all the other ones. Yo, what? Wait, what the hell? I think I need a sub roll, for goodness sake. Dark Lord, man. Thank you, dude. Hells yeah. Hashtag and #7 Dark Lord. Thank you, man. That's really kind of you, dude. Thank you for the 12 gifted subs. Let's see who got them. Welcome to the X-Men to Will 3, another UASE. Hey. Gamer Girl, Nora. That's a false name. There's no way. 0 women watch this channel. Factually correct. Actually, 4% of the people who watch this channel are women. Interesting fact. Took a while to get up to that 4%, tell you what. Prestonio, welcome. HFX10, Dr. Reed, Nelsonba, Yo, Dragon Squirrels, Skogosi, Avicen, Dunlap Dynamo, and a Crucifix. Hells yeah, welcome guys. And thank you again, Dark Lord man. That's super kind of you, dude. Yeah, thank you, man. What's the hover? God, I love it. Yeah, the hover's so good. We want to end up on the central coast here, which will still equates to hundreds of miles of potential area. But there's mountains, big trees, and mild weather. Lots of dollars required. Yeah, dude, like the coast around San Francisco with like the redwoods and stuff. Oh god, that shit's like, that's dream territory. That is, but I imagine that is insanely pricey. Speaking of food, I found myself in Birmingham a few weeks ago and met my friend for lunch at Tokyo Izakaya restaurant. You've been there? Tokyo Izakaya restaurant? No, I haven't. What? It's a new place to eat in Birmingham. I need to call a friend of mine and be like, "You free lunch this week, bruh?" Holy shit, how have I not seen this? I'm fucking going there. What's their menu like? Oh, please say they do like deep fried cartilage. I really want to try that. I didn't try it when I was in Japan. It's a popular izakaya snack. I thought when I first heard of that, I thought it was disgusting. However, since then I've had like AFC or something, and there's been some of the cartilage in like the thing or whatever, and like I tried it and it's actually a really pleasant texture. It's really weird. It's like a really crunchy texture, and as long as you get over the it's cartilage, it's like it's pleasant. It doesn't really taste like much, but it's a pleasant sensation. These are really small menus on my phone. They've got crab stick and avocado salad, wakame salad, sashimi salad. None of these are particularly rubbing my gizzards just yet. Tuna tataki. Okay, I'd eat the fuck out of that. Beef tataki, I'd eat the fuck out of that too. It's basically seared tuna or beef with like a vinaigrette type sauce. Dressing. Or wasabi, yeah. Potate carpaccio. Oh, sliced scallop sashimi. I do love raw scallops. Raw scallops are really nice. They're very sweet. Amashi carpaccio. Holy shit, those stars are fucking banging. Or well, salads and stuff. They're not really stars. They're like kind of like hefty snacks. Oh, they've got some really good sashimi and stuff here. That just looks tasty. The range is nice too. They got bluefin tuna. I mean, it's the leanest fuck stuff, but I like some bluefin, fatty bluefin, but that's normally a tad pricey. I had some of that in Japan. It was delicious. To be honest, one of my favourite things, it was so cheap. It was the fatty albacore seared, the seared peppered fatty albacore. It was so tasty and it was super cheap. It was like, I think it was 100 yen for like 2 pieces, like of the nigiri on that. So good. I ate loads. Okay, yeah, the sushi there is fantastic. I'm not seeing anything but sushi though. Isn't it supposed to be an izakaya? I think it's just called izakaya, but it's just a Japanese food restaurant. It's not an actual izakaya. It does seem to have izakaya style food. Holy shit, they even do ramen. A tonkotsu. I'll try that, but I'd be surprised if that's going to be amazing. Generally, I find unless a place specializes in ramen, it's going to be shit. Because you need to kind of specialize in ramen to be able to devote 16-hour bone broth cooking and stuff. Like tonkotsu in Birmingham, the actual restaurant in the Selfridges. It's actually now it's in the New Street Station, Grand Central. Yeah. I'd recommend that for ramen in Birmingham. If you just want good ramen, it's cheap, it's tasty, it's awesome. If you're in Nottingham, I'd recommend Everyday People. They do an amazing tantan men. I need to check they still exist, actually. It's been quite a few years since I went. And I'm going to Nottingham to see Smash Into Pieces in May. I have my hotel booked. I have my train booked. And I'm going to go get me some ramen before the gig. Fucking tantan men. Yeah, I think it's just called izakaya. I saw some guy on YouTube went there and the food looked nice. It does look really good. They got a really good selection. I went to tonkotsu, but I thought the broth was a bit bland. Really? What broth did you get? Because I've been to tonkotsu so many times, and I found I've never found their broth bland, and I've always found it. In fact, I had several worse ramens in Japan than that. I say several. I had 2 ramen that were worse than that. And Ichiran was no better than that, in my opinion. Specifically the tonkotsu broth I'm talking about here. Ichiran has way more options and stuff. Periphery is going to be a download this year. 9% sure I saw it in their tour post. Unfortunately not, John. I wanted to, but they sold out months ago. All the weekend tickets are sold out. I really wanted to go to see like Linkin Park and stuff as well. But yeah, kind of gutted. Can't go. Also, I was disappointed that the ramen comes with a half egg and you have to buy the other half separately. I mean, lots of places do that. That's not, yeah. Like, when you buy a piece of cake at a restaurant, you don't buy an entire cake, do you? You buy a piece of cake. So it's just like, just because you only get half the egg doesn't mean that's just what they designed the portion to be. Linkin Park is back, so right, yeah. But unfortunately, I can't see it. There's so many good bands, but yeah, sold out. Gutted. Mechanical platform a week. I want to mechanicalize this so badly. Yeah, it would be cool. Let's just go to the other planet. We'll run out of time. There's something to be said for 6 phase beams of I will beam you into a wormhole. Right, let's go to this one. Hey, he's got a purple atmosphere. Hell yeah, let's go to his base. The Sword Depot. Yeah, so I'm surprised you didn't like tonkotsu though. I've taken multiple people there and they've all loved it as well. I don't know if it was just a bad day or we just disagree on what good ramen is, I don't know. It's like whenever I get it as well, I always drink the broth on its own first just to enjoy that a bit. Then I'll put an ungodly amount of chili oil in because I love chili oil, and tonkotsu with chili oil is peak. I've never added salt though, it's always super salty, so Finding it bland is crazy. Maybe they fucked up the Tari or something. The only thing I can think of. It sucks though that it was bad for you that time. Have you been to Top Hockey yet? I think you might have said you had. I love chili oil, but it doesn't love me. No, I put chili crisp in everything. Like one of my favourite breakfasts, which I actually had yesterday, is basically leftover japonica rice, whack in the microwave for a couple of minutes, whisk an egg in a bowl, then put the rice in the egg, the raw egg, mix it about so the heat from the rice basically carbonara sauce cooks it, and then put a little swig of soy sauce and a heaped teaspoon of chili crisp. Oh. So spicy, so tasty, it's awesome. Look at that freaking farm, man. Whee. Came an issue about 10 years ago, just wrecks me. Oh, that sucks, man. Yeah, that really sucks. Fucking chili oil and chili crisp is amazing. You've been to Pocky loads? Hells yeah, yeah, I love Pocky. I pretty much, every time I go there, I pretty much always get... I've tried loads of stuff. I've been there so many times now that I've tried half the menu and just... I always get an exact thing now. I get beef noodles, which is just a massive plate of like stir-fried noodles with beef and some stir-fried vegetables and stuff. It's tasty, it's awesome. I'll sometimes get a kimchi, and I always get the Korean chicken as a side, usually to share with whoever I'm there with. Korean chicken, it's so fucking... It's basically like crispy fried chicken, which they then toss in a super spicy, like, well, not super spicy, it's a garlicky, it's a sauce that is basically like pure condensed garlic and gochujang, which is like a fermented chili paste. It's so good. It's so strong, but it's so epic. And then they cover it in sesame seeds. So it's like crispy chicken coated in that. It's like General Tso's or something. It tastes nothing like that though. And then sesame, it's so good. It's sweet, garlicky, and spicy at the same time, and salty. Ah, it's all the things, and umami as well. I thought that was an animal then. Don't tell me this is flying only. Flying and underwater, balls. Well, to it. I would have thought I was tripping. You're talking about YouTube. I was wondering who you're talking to. Oh yeah, that's why I've got the chat on the screen now. It makes it a lot simpler because people can see what the other people are saying, what I'm responding to. Well, that's a shame that this one won't have a thing. And we're basically at the end of the Strand too. We may as well finish getting the last few for this if we can. There's the last flying. You bastard. There's a decent Korean restaurant here with a couple that owns and operates So Tasty. I love the pork and rice plate typically. Ooh. Actually, I went to a Korean restaurant in London a few years back. When I was meeting up with a friend and, well, two friends. And I think we were meeting up to see a K-pop group. I think it was Luna. And while we were there, apparently, my friend had said that the girls from the group had gone to this Korean restaurant while they were in London. And that it was very authentic and like was a nice little slice of home type thing. So like, oh, okay, it's actual proper Korean food then, let's go. And it was really good. I can't remember the name though. It was near Piccadilly Circus. I'm not going to be able to remember the name. I might be able to find it on my phone if someone's interested, but it was really good. I had like the just Korean fried rice. and some other stuff. It was really good. Let me get close enough, you bath stool. Oh, ISC, dang it. Scabba-dee-doo-dee. They're just out of the flying one left now. When I'm in London, I usually go to eat Tokyo, that place so cheap tasty. I've never been there. My usual go-to for London is Canardia still. Because that's the like one of the best places for ramen in London. It's the first place I had real proper good ramen. I was vegan when I first went there as well, and they had a vegan option. It was a soy sauce, soy milk and a porcini mushroom broth. It was so good. They stopped doing it though. I don't know why. Like, even though like I eat meat and have done for years now again, I would happily order that one over like tonkotsu or something. It's just so good. And their karage is some of the best I've ever had as well. So the karage they do there, the coating is super crazy thin. It's super sticky from like the chicken oil. So instead of just being crispy and greasy, it's like crispy and like that, almost that slight chewiness. It also has the perfect slight sourness and spiciness that you should get from good karage. And it just falls apart. It's so juicy, even though like it's chicken breast. So it's like their karage was peak. I think that was also the first time I ever tried Kewpie mayo with their karage. It's with Kewpie and lemon, plus lemon. It's lethally good, dog. Well, we didn't find any triple S's today, but we tried. You shitty bastard. I'd really like to find the last one on this bloody planet, though, before we go. Last flying. It's not like a special, is it? Diurnal, that's day, isn't it? Balls. Or is it both? No, both are just always active. What's Tonkotsu's karage like? I saw it on the menu. Pretty good. It's nowhere near Canadia's. I would say it's... If I were to rate it, I'd say 4 stars. 3.5 to 4 stars. This is using Japanese ratings, meaning that not everything you like is just a 5-star. 5-star is perfect, and pretty much nowhere is 5-star. I would say, yeah, it's like... It's a low A tier, high B. Their karage. It's good. Like, it's really tasty. But I've had superior in a few different places. So yeah. I mean, if you're there, like, I never have it. I haven't had it from there in like 4 years or something. My friend, pretty much everyone who I ever go with always has it. But I don't really want an extra 900 calories just as a side on the meal. Like, how do you get so hooked on foreign muck? Bangers and mash not good enough for you? I like all foods. I'm not hooked on just foreign food. I love British food. I cook bangs and mash all the time. I love pretty much every cuisine in the world. I like variety in my diet. Yeah, so like whenever I go to Tonkotsu, I have ramen, which is about 800 calories. So that's about 700 calories. It's less than you think because it's really gelatinous and like almost sticky, like it coats the inside of your mouth like a good tonkotsu broth does, or a good broth in general from ramen. But it's not. It's collagen. It's not, or gelatin. It's not fat. And then I have gyoza and kimchi as my sides. Kimchi's 27 calories, I think, for the bowl of kimchi from there. Or 43. No, I think it's 27. I like, and And then the gyoza, I've got no idea, but it's a few hundred, not 900 of the karage. So then, the best thing, kimchi and gyoza at the same time. So before I eat my ramen, I'll get some kimchi, and like just literally just kimchi and gyoza in the same bite, quite a bit. It's just the cold, spicy, sour kimchi with the warm, slightly fatty, very savoury gyoza. Oh, it's so good. Juxtaposition, bruh. Some kinds of the Korean place we go to has awesome gyoza. Hells yeah. Fish and some lemon. The kimchi barely counts. I love Italian, Mexican, and Middle Eastern foods. I haven't had a crazy amount of Middle Eastern food. I've definitely had some. I've been to Morocco. That's not really Middle East, but I really like Moroccan food. I really like I find Moroccan, the flavour palette is very similar to like Middle Eastern, but with a bit more sweetness and a bit more cinnamon. I cook a lot of Indian myself and Moroccan. Like, I actually made a Moroccan stew not long ago. We're using chicken thighs with olives and chickpeas and some lentils, and some other stuff. I think it was chickpeas, black beans, and lentils with chicken thigh, olives, and a lemon to steam. It was steamed in lemon. I couldn't be asked to find my tagine, so I just did it in a big pot. So good. And with a load of Moroccan spices. The good shit, man. It's the end of the stream, which means I'm getting hungry myself, so that's why I'm talking about food all fucking day. Yeah, I can't see the last one here, sadly, but yeah. Just reminded me I have chicken thighs in the fridge. Hells yeah. Chicken thighs, man. Good shit. Oh, also, yeah, I cook a lot of Italian as well. Like, I really like doing a basic carbonara. Actually, so I cook like 4 Italian-y things regularly. Carbonara, because it's really fucking easy and it's super tasty. The only thing is you just need to go out and make sure you have the pancetta. Or it'd be better with guanciale, but it's just not that easy to get and it's a lot more expensive. So like, pancetta, I often have parmesan. It would be better with pecorino, but I have to have parmesan in the fridge. And I always have eggs, because eggs are amazing. So like, I do it the authentic way. So eggs and cheese to make the sauce. Get the oil to cook the thing out of the pancetta. Slow cook that to render as much as possible. Shit ton of black pepper. I use spaghettoni because I like the thicker pasta. And number 15 from La Molisana, or number 14, either is good. And yeah, temper that sauce so it doesn't scramble. Oh yeah, there's that. I'll often cook a ragu because if I do like a nice ragu, I can barely alter it to make it a chili of sorts. Just add some chili and some beans into it and stuff to make it a chili con carne. I can also use the ragu simply on the first time I cook it. I can use it with some rigatoni pasta to just have a rigatoni with a ragu. Delicious. Or I can then save some to make lasagna. So then I already have the ragu, so when I make lasagna, it's way quicker. So I just have to make a roux with white sauce, like a bechamel. And then I've got my lasagna. The other things is more just, it's not hard to call it Italian cooking. It's just Italian ingredients. So it's just some pasta with some tomato, like passat or something, cooked down a bit to get rid of the raw tomato flavour and stuff, and with onions and shit. Chicken eggs. Yeah, of course. Wait, what? What else would I eat? What other eggs? I'm not that fancy. I'm not going to use quail and shit to make a thingy. Steak ragu. Yeah, I always make it with mince just because I can then make chili and stuff out of it. I mean, you could still make chili and lasagna with like a coarse cut, slow cooked, like stewing beef. I've never really done that myself. That's the joke. Oh, okay. When you made homemade hummus, there's no going back. I stopped eating hummus years ago when I was dieting because I've realised that this thing that I love as a snack is a full meal of calories. It's like 700 calories for just like half a tub of hummus and a few toasted pita bread. I mean, it is a full meal though. What else would you use? Emu eggs? Or, what's the name? What are the ones? Ostrich? Use ostrich eggs. Right, anyway, we've just been chatting for like 10 minutes now. It's about fucking. Oh, well, I've just been rambling about food. Let's see, who's on? Do we have Golden Gek? No, Golden Gek's not on today. So let's raid Jaswan, who's got Windrose. Today, WrestleMania. Doodly-doo. Scooby-dab-doo. Scooby-dab-doo. When you Scooby-Doo. So let's do him on YouTube and all. Oh, Jason, you slag. Yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Next stream is Tuesday with Windrose. The next Numbers Guy is next Sunday. That's stream-wise. I remember I'm working on the big old move guide for companions, full of all the tasty bits of info and mechanics you've been hoping for. It's taking ages, so it'll be done when it's done. But I think it'll be worth the wait. So thanks, guys. Also, if you want the original weight, eggs and grade. Oh, the pasta I get is really good stuff. It's La Molisana. I looked over for it. It's really pale, so it's been very slow dried. It's made in the Italian mountains using spring water. It's good shit. So yeah, thanks, guys. Have an awesome one, and catch you later. Oh, what the hell? Where's my stream gone? There it is. My goodness. And on YouTube as well.